Wonder Woman issue 14, are we on? Yeah, 14. Brian Azzarello writing with Tony Akins on the art. And everything basically falls on from that last issue. We have what turns out to be the because I don't think we knew this last issue, but the big naked dude that came out of the ice and the snow seems to be the firstborn, Zeus's firstborn.
Yeah.
Which one would have to assume, having read all the other gods, worry about, this child is Zeus that's going to take the throne. I feel like this big dude who seems really pissed and angry, who's the firstborn,
might be the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they never predicted that it might be the one who actually is Hera's kid, because he references Hera being his mother at one point, and I feel like they were expected to be one of the bastard children.
Yeah, and I don't know how much do all the other gods know about this one. I'm not sure.
I mean, his history is not known on Earth except from this one that guy who translated the text of who was it? That was like a witch or something.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
Some woman who died, but she had his story like tattooed all over her body, and
yeah,
he spent years translating it. So that kind of sets that stuff up. And then we have Wonder Woman herself is dealing with what was it? What was her name?
Soraka.
Soraka. There you go. She is fighting all the blades, all that stuff from last issue. And she finally reveals her story, which is kind of like, it's kind of what you expect. It's Hera showing up and being pissed because this is
being a jealous bitch and being like, nope, screw you.
Yeah, she basically ages her mother in super speed, so that her mother just like dies in front of her, and disintegrates, and we see her like all breaking apart, and the kid too actually. But Zeus kind of intervenes and saves his child, which is how she kind of becomes what she is. But Wonder Woman's eventually able to say, hey, Hera's also kind of messed up, like, my life and my family and everyone I care about, and I've only got really kept her around because she might be able to reverse it. I might have a chance of bringing them back, so, maybe calm down a little bit and let's talk about this. Ultimately, though, she feels sympathetic upon hearing about this the kidnapped child, and that maybe they can save another victim of Hera and Zeus. And she's willing to like sort of basically offer, hey, our brother might be able to help. Who is it she brings up?
Too many names. Which one was it?
There's too many stupid god names. All right, I can't remember them all.
There is a lot of names in this one. Who was it that she brings up this time? Have you got it there?
I haven't found it yet. No. Da 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 da.
It's right near the end, isn't it?
Yeah, because she's looking for her through the wind. She's trying to listen to see if Hermes will like say anything out loud, and it means that he's either being quiet or he's not, or he's in like a realm beyond her reach.
Yeah.
But she tells Dad to go to New York to look for Milan. That's the one.
Yes. I think this is one that's just for the run here, like Soraka, another one of these bastard childs.
Yeah, that's fair. Because there is a scene in the middle before all this with the gods all debating, basically talking about how much of a threat Wonder Woman is. Ares is basically just giggling to himself because he thinks it's all bullshit and wanders off.
Classic Ares.
Yeah. So I have to admit, I did think the art was a little bit in the goofy side. See, Wonder Woman's walking away from Soraka and she's waving goodbye. Something about that, I feel like it was like from a different comic. It felt like a happy like kids comic for a second.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting that there are a couple of different artists working on this. So Tony Akins does all the layouts, but Dan Green does finishes for pages 1 to 7 and 10 to 12, and then Rick Burchett does finishes on 8, 9, and 13 to 20, which does explain some of the different styles.
All right, so it's a bit all over the place then. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I blame DC Wiki for not giving me the right artist name.
I mean, technically it gave you the right artist, it just didn't give you all of the artists.
Yeah, and there was another scene with the firstborn, which was a story about the wolves and all that.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, I need a sign. The one who has my birthright will be revealed, because obviously at the minute he thinks his birthright is the throne.
Yeah.
Who's his throne? And then the sun rises, and he's like, of course, should have known it'd be that dick Apollo.
Yeah. And the last couple of pages is basically our sort of stuff with the new gods, where Highfather is concerned. And Orion's like, we'll deal with it, it's fine. No, you don't understand, boy. I'm afraid. and it's basically something's going to end time, and it's on Earth. And that's kind of the cliffhanger. So it just brings them in. So it sets up that Orion's going to be coming to Earth to try and figure out what's going to end everything.
Yeah.
And I suspect it'll have something to do with the brat that's been kidnapped or something else adjacent.
Probably, yeah.
Would be my guess.
It's a nice solid tease though. And it's an interesting angle bringing in new gods when we're playing with the old gods so much in this book in particular. It'll be a nice contrast.
Yeah, it's all right.
I do think this issue is one of the weaker ones. I like it still. I think it's still low. Okay, let me phrase that. I like everything that's in it. I like all of the individual content. I just don't think it flows structurally as well as some of the other issues. I think the art is a bit hit or miss. I'm feeling the different finishes here and there.
Yeah, the art is a bit hit and miss. It's funny because I think there's some stuff in this that I like more than I've liked in a lot of the run. The New Gods tease obviously is one of them. I like the stuff with the Firstborn for the most part.
I think the Firstborn is a lot easier to get into than a lot of the other gods stuff because it's one thing. It's so focused.
Yeah.
Whereas it's not just a crowd of 8 gods chatting shit.
Yeah, when it comes to them at the pool again, like last issue, I was just like, are we doing this again? Like, them all bickering. I don't really get a lot of value out of it. I do get the reason why you want at least one page of them in this issue, because it kind of, I think it makes the Firstborn's realization that Apollo's the one who's got the throne. It makes that hit a little bit better because your mind immediately connects that, oh, this is the child. This is the one who's going to take the throne. This is or at least potentially it is.
Going to try to, yeah.
Yeah, because if they weren't in this issue, you might sort of remember it from last issue, but comics, especially since they're read monthly, right when they're coming out, your mind might not jump there quite as quickly. You might not quite get that point.
Yeah, it's solid writing to kind of just have a little reminder there, even if it is in maybe a little bit of a clunky fashion.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, the best thing to do might have been, as he says it, just like have like a silent panel of them at the pool, like sort of just to refresh your memory that way. I don't know if we needed a scene of them all having a debate about Wonder Woman again.
No, that's quite possibly the case. Or maybe you cut the scene from the last issue and just do it all in this issue, and then you don't feel like you're repeating things.
That's fair, because it was one of my least favorite thing in the last issue as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Wonder Woman and Soraka it's fine. I don't know.
I appreciate that it isn't just Wonder Woman, punches her, and wins. It's no, she gets through to her by talking and doing Wonder Woman stuff. It's the sort of heroics I tend to associate with Superman and Wonder Woman specifically. I think with the actual, talking the enemies down. And worse, obviously, they tend to be amongst the most powerful heroes for that reason. I think it's nice to see that here, that it doesn't just resort to a big punch out.
I mean, I can respect that, because I like that too in theory. I just didn't really get a whole lot out of this one in particular for whatever reason. I felt just kind of disconnected from it. But I guess it's because we're doing a bit of a daisy chain thing here, where it's like, oh, she went and found this person. Like, oh, well, I can't help you, but you can go find this person. And I'm sure there's going to be something at the end of the arc where all the people she's met along the way all show up as like a team. And that'll
the usual, right?
Yeah, and that'll be fine. But because I'm not really connecting to these characters in their own terms that much right now. So because of that, it's feeling a little bit underwhelming. So hey, but at the same time, the Firstborn stuff and the New Gods tease is some of the better stuff that I've liked from this book. So I'll give it a nice solid 6.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5, which is one of the most negative ones I've had. But I mean, overall, I still like the run a lot more than you. So yeah.